Whether you are in your retirement years, heading there, or nowhere close, we have great things to share with all stationary RVers, and many of our tips work for nomad RVers as well. So stay tuned for this week's amazing tips, tricks, and tested products. Living in an RV can be an exciting and freeing lifestyle choice, but it also comes with unique challenges when staying in one place long term. So here are some common mistakes people make when living stationary in an RV. Take note of these pitfalls and initiate steps to ensure your RV lifestyle is as enjoyable and stress-free as possible. A very common mistake that stationary RV owners make is overloading their home with unnecessary items. Now, it can be tempting to bring along all of your favorite possessions when you're moving in, but you really need to plan wisely and with a minimalistic mindset. Here are a few things that might help. First, think through the reason you decided to live in your RV. Why did you select the home, the model that you did? How did you want to feel living there? How did you visualize your decor, your workspace, where your tools were going to go, and things like that? Everyone who lives in the space needs to do this same exercise, because once you complete it, you need to have a family discussion and decide how you will compromise where it is needed. Now, if you miss the step or it's just not working as you thought it would, take the time to think through these questions or rethink them, and then enjoy the process of revamping your home to meet your current needs. Here's an example of a recent project that we had to rethink. Now, we knew when we purchased this RV that one of the first things we were going to do was remove the table, because it was very important for me to have a desk area, an office space in the RV. Now, Bob is a fishing guide, which is one of the reasons why we chose this new lifestyle. But I, on the other hand, am still doing a few working projects, so I knew I would need an office space. So taking all the measurements that I got from the schematic of the RV model, I put together this little picture, this little visualization of what I would be looking for in my office space. And here's how it turned out. Now, I'm quite pleased with it. It was very aesthetically pleasing. There was plenty of room to work. It met the criteria that we had, because Izzy has to be able to sit in the window so she can see out. So we were able to arrange everything, and it worked pretty good until it just didn't anymore. And I was really sad and frustrated by the whole thing. In trying to figure out why it didn't work, I realized that in order for Izzy to get to the window, she had to run across my desk. She jumped on the couch, she ran across the desk, she got to the window. Oh, but if something was going on behind Grandpa over there at the window, then she had to run across the desk to get down off the couch, to run across to the other couch to get up behind Grandpa and see what was going on there. And if it's not fishing season, then Grandpa's taking a nap, or he's doing his paperwork on the couch right there, and I can't make noise, or he's making noise and I can't handle it. So you could see it really became a bone of contention between the two of us that needed to be fixed. What was our solution? After realizing what wasn't working, figuring out what we did need and why it didn't work in the first place, we had to come up with some requirements. Now, we realized the best solution for us was to move the office into the garage. However, the garage was full. This is a compilation of photos from our garage, and you can see we have pantries, we have food storage, we have a little refrigerator for Bob's bait, the worms that he keeps for the summer. We have a freezer, we have a tub, we have a variety of things, a washer and dryer, shelving for extra appliances. As you can see, the garage is full. In order to do what we needed to do, we would have to move items. We would have to purge items. And I'm just telling you, purging is a task that anyone living in an RV needs to become a master at. The most successful, and I believe happier campers, are those that purge seasonally. So then we had to plan for new storage and only add back in things that would ensure that we could reach our vision. And here it is. The main thing that we had to get rid of was the treadmill. Oh yes, we had a treadmill in there too. We also had to get rid of the shelving that had all the extra appliances on it. But as you can see, we bought a new pantry. And by moving some of the food stuff and some of the pantry items and even some of the extra appliances into the kitchen, which gave us the room we needed to put the office in the garage. And we didn't forget about Izzy. She has a new window seat that allows her to jump up and see in the window, and she's got a little doghouse underneath that little staircase. Okay, so I can hear some of you now, and you're saying, but I don't have a garage. I don't have a toy hauler. I don't have the space you do. I don't have, I don't have. This is not about what you have and what I have. This is all about understanding the process. Recognize that if you don't like the way things are in your RV home, you can change it. You do have to think about the process. Think about what you want, how you want to feel, how your family feels about that change, and then make a plan. I find the best way to execute that plan is to start by taking everything out of the space that you are making to put a new arrangement in. Then go through all of that stuff. And this is where you begin the purging process. You go through and you decide what you must keep, what you could maybe donate or get rid of, and then the things that you're undecided about. Now, the things that you're undecided about, if you really feel like you can't get rid of them, put them away in a storage shed or other facility for no more than a year, at least in a year, 6 months to a year. Go through that, and if you haven't used it, then you can get rid of it. Now, once you have cleaned out your space, make sure you have everything, or at least everything you can think of, that you're going to need for your new arrangement. One of the things to be aware of is that other things will pop up. For us, when we did this new arrangement, I realized I needed some new rugs. Y'all know living in an RV, your rugs get really dirty really fast. And sometimes, depending on the rugs they are, it's easier to replace them than it is to try to clean them. And that's what we did in our case. Find what will bring you joy in your home and make a plan and trust the process. So what does the garage look like now? Well, in all honesty, that is still a work in process. It's another story for another day, and I'll be sure to share it with you. We hope you enjoyed today's video and that you got a couple good ideas. If you liked it, would you please do us the favor of liking and subscribing? Thanks. Until next time, bye-bye.